Want the highest quality, lightest, best-looking mini-sprint parts in the industry? Need tech support, expert advice, and guided instructions? Look no further than www.hyperracing.com.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the final episode of On the Scene with 600scene.com at the 2012 Keizer Wheels Mike Phillips 66 Memorial at the Southern Illinois Raceway. Another incredible field of 108 cars filled the pit area, and fans packed the stands, all eager to see who was going to be the $10,000 winner at the end of the night. After 2 nights of racing at SIR, 8 drivers had locked themselves into the main event on Saturday night and would run the dash to determine the starting spots. With these drivers locked in, there was only 16 spots left to fill for the big race. Of the cars not locked in yet, Tyler Thomas seemed to be the threat on this night as he won both his heat race and qualifier. Current Power-I point leader Joe B. Miller struggled throughout the week, but not on this night. Joe B. would show that he wasn't going to be taken lightly with the big money on the line. In between 8 qualifiers, a dash race was run. 8 drivers, 8 laps to determine the starting 4 rows of tonight's feature event. Chris Andrews, the Night 2 winner, would start from the pole, and with 7 of the strongest drivers in America right behind him, Andrews would drive away. Strongest drivers or not, Andrews showed them all that he was going to be the one to beat tonight, with numerous challenges early in the race that Andrews would do away with. Andrews would earn the pole position for tonight's feature event.
Drivers, start your engine.
When the green flag flew, opening night winner Andrews would take the lead with a very fast crowd behind him. SIR champ Trent Beckinger, Scott Sawyer, and second night winner Justin Peck were in tow. Peck would take the 3rd spot away from Sawyer on lap 2, trying to make his way to the front. By lap 4, Andrews would open up a sizable lead on Peck, Beckinger, and Sawyer. By lap 6, Andrews had caught the lap traffic, allowing Beckinger to take a shot at the race lead on lap 8. After 15 laps, Peck would work his way back around Beckinger into the runner-up spot and start to battle with Andrews. They would swap the lead several times. The lap traffic, extremely heavy at this point, would allow the top 6 to close up. On lap 17, Cale Thomas would flip in turn 1, and the leaders were directly behind him. Getting caught up in the wreck was the 13-year-old winner of night number 2, Justin Peck. That would end Peck's night. This brought out the red flag for about 20 minutes as they transported Thomas to the hospital. While under the red flag, most of the drivers took the chance to exit their cars and take a much-needed break. On the restart, Andrews would jump out on the cars behind him as Beckinger missed a shift. Sawyer would pass Beckinger to move into the 2nd position. A restart on lap 29 bunched the field back up for another shot at the extremely strong Andrews. Sawyer, Beckinger, Felker, and now Derek King, the top 5. Beckinger would slide Sawyer for the 2nd spot on lap 30, and that would give Andrews a little bit of breathing room as the cars would battle each other, and the yellow would fly again one more time for Kevin Barrow and Mike Dicely, who tangled. They would once again restart on lap 30. The top 5, Andrews, Beckinger, Sawyer, Felker, and King. King would take the 4th spot on lap 32 as he continued his climb to the front. Andrews' car started to come to him as he would open the gap up between himself and 2nd place. On lap 36, Sawyer grabs 2nd and charges toward Andrews for the end of the race. On lap 39, Sawyer was coming. It appeared that Andrews had the race covered, but one last shot off turn 4 on the final lap for Scott Sawyer. Unfortunately, Sawyer could not get close enough to make the move, and it was the number 8 Sawyer chassis taking the checkered flag and picking up the $10,000 purse. How else would you celebrate a big win? Donuts on the infield of turns 3 and 4. The top 5 were Chris Andrews, Scott Sawyer coming home in second, Trek Begninger was 3rd, Derek King was 4th, and Andrew Felker was 5th. Frank Flood came home in 6th, Daniel Robinson was 7th, Andrew Peters was 8th, Blake Hahn was 9th, and Power Eye Point leader Joe B. Miller was 10th. Trey Marchman earned the $500 Hard Charger Award from 600scene.com by finishing in 11th. Congratulations to Chris Andrews on the big win. We here at 600 Scene would like to thank Brad McDaniel for inviting us to the Mike Phillips 66 Memorial to cover the racing action. As in the case with this race and any other big 600 race all across the world, 600 Scene will be there because we are always on the scene.